Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to talk about Ketu transit in Leo and its impact on Taurus Rising. So anybody with a Taurus Rising, Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Lagna or Moon in Taurus. And this video is applicable for all of them. So before I talk about the transit, let me just give you a little idea about what is the character trait of the planet Ketu. So Ketu, is absolutely opposite to Rahu. Absolutely opposite to Rahu. So Rahu is a planet which doesn't have a base. Ketu is a planet which doesn't have a head. Rahu is an extremely materialistic planet, wherein Ketu is an extremely spiritual planet. Rahu is a planet which is which creates illusion. Ketu is the planet which creates disillusion. Rahu is the planet which is an extrovert planet. Ketu is a planet which is an introvert planet. So, Rahu, whichever house it sits, it attaches us towards that house. It creates attachment. Wherein Ketu, whichever house it sits or transits, it creates detachment from that house. So the idea of Ketu is, to connect us with God, to connect us, into spiritualism. So what happens is, it gives us pain toward that particular house where it sits or it transits. It gives us pain so that during the pain is the time when we let go, when we surrender for things related to that house which are very very important for us. Once we surrender, it is then we get connected to God. So that's the the, I would say, the character trait of the planet Ketu. Now let's talk about what this transit is bringing for you in the next 1.5 years. So as I said, this planet is about detachment. So let's talk about the areas the fourth house represents. Now, fourth house is the house of the home where you live. Okay, fourth house is the house of your emotions. Fourth house is the house of your vehicles. Fourth house is the house of your mother. Fourth house is the house of your that heart, that organ of the body that represents fourth house is your heart. Now, what is happening in the next 1.5 years when Rahu is now transiting in your fourth house, which means from the 18th of May till the next 1.5 years, this transit is going to be there. Like Rahu would be transiting in the fourth house. So let's talk about one by one. So the first area this would impact is your detachment towards your home, which means there is a possibility that you may have to go and work in a different city. You get relocated, and there's a possibility that you may get relocated from your home and you go and work in a different country. There's a possibility that there would be an intense desire. If you are living abroad, there would be an intense desire to relocate back to your home, to your homeland, where your home is. People, maybe like there would be an intense desire for a home. Maybe people who are living in a rented apartment, and they would, during this time, Taurus people, they would have an intense desire that they should have their own home. That is also seen from there here. So I mean, the like the thing is that like right now for Taurus people, because Ketu is fourth house, Rahu would alternatively be on 10th house, which means work-wise things will go excellent. Things will go very very smooth. But the thing is that like at work things won't be wonderful. But home is the place where you like after a hard days of work, you come back to your home. You rest at home. You spend time with your family at home. You get emotional support at home. I mean, you will do like more than hard work at your profession, but at your home you would not get that kind of a support. You would not get that kind of a comfort. There would be a detachment from your home. There would be detachment from all the material things at home. So that's seen from here. So now I would give you a beautiful thing. Now in the next 1.5 years, for the people, especially who are passing through with Ketu times, Taurus people. So, you would be spending a lot of time at home in isolation. So, the best thing about you is that, just create some space, some sacred space, because Ketu is all about spiritualism. Ketu is all about God. So, create some space in your home wherein, you can just sit and, meditate, connect with God. Talk to yourself in isolation. Spend some time with your inner self. Uh, just try to connect with the Supreme. So that's a beautiful thing I'm suggesting. Now one more thing I would like to add here is that yes, Ketu is a planet which is responsible for detachment. So what you can do, and this is for all the Taurus people who are passing through with Ketu times or not. I mean, you can download the Ketu Yantra from Google, and then you can just place it in that sacred space, or just you can get it framed, or maybe take a print out. Just put it somewhere in your home, so you would get a lot of relief in terms of detachment towards your home, because that's a very important area. Now, the next thing is, I would say, what you can do, meditation at home is going to be a great relief, because yes, at times we do all the right things, but we don't get the right support, and that's because of the Ketu. We don't get the right support from our family, from our home. Things are not that comfortable. So I would say very good times for you to get into meditation, and just connect with the Supreme God. That's also seen from here. Now the next thing is about the family, because Ketu is transiting in your fourth house, which means there could be little bit of disagreements with the family. There could be little bit of like arguments with the family. Your family might not be able to understand your version, or you would not be able to understand their version. So there could be a little bit of misunderstandings in the family also, and or you would feel that you're not getting the exact amount of support which you should get, because you are really working very very hard at your work. So that's also seen. So you have to be prepared around it. I mean, this is the nature of Ketu. So this is also seen. Now the next thing is this particular house is about your mother. So take special care of your mother, take care of her health, take care of her food, take care. I mean, there is what a possibility of some issues really related to your mother. It could be her health. It could be your understanding with her. There could be little bit of a difference of opinion with her. So, and that is also seen. So take care of her health. Now, guys, this is also the house of your emotions, and in the Kalpurus chart, this particular house belongs to Moon, and Ketu is an arch enemy of the Moon, which means you got to keep control of your emotions. So very, very, very strongly recommended that make it a ritual. Like you spend some time in isolation, with yourself, meditating in your home, and this is also seen. So because you have to have a lot of emotional, you have to have a little bit of emotional stability, because there would be some emotional issues you would face during the next 18 months, and especially at home. So that's also seen from here. Now the organ of the body that is represented by fourth house is the heart. So guys, please take special care of your heart. If anyone Taurus Ascendant, is has some history related to heart, please take your medications properly. Please, consult your doctor, and do the regular exercise and keep the food right. And the ones who have no medical issues, I would also recommend them to at least go for some kind of a checkup. So I mean that's mostly I wanted to talk about this transit. So one thing I would say, for a planet like Ketu, and it's such an important area. Treatment become very, very important, because if we are treating, which means like Ketu, we can like minimize the negative impacts of at least 50, 60, 70%. So, I mean, I would strongly recommend for people, no matter you're passing through with Ketu Mahadasha or you're not passing through with Ketu, times, you should, any Taurus people should definitely do some treatment. So, if you want to know the treatment, just comment and I will let you know what kind of treatments are there for Ketu. Now, the next thing is that, like the people, those who are passing through with Ketu times, maybe a Ketu Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha, or Ketu Prati Antardasha, it is absolutely mandatory for them to do some treatments, treat Ketu. It is important, you know, very important area. Your home, it just cuts, it just, like a scissor. There could be like a possibility you wanted to buy, prior to 18th of May, there could be a possibility that, you wanted to buy, as I said, this is the house of your vehicles also. So you wanted to buy a car, some ultra luxury car, but, during these 18 months, you may have to compromise or settle for something which you like, maybe a lower version of that, maybe little inferior car. So that is also seen. So guys, I'm saying absolutely, absolutely important for people those who are passing through with Ketu times, with Taurus Ascendant. It is absolutely critically important for you to treat the, do the treatments for Ketu. So that's mostly what I wanted to share about this transit. So, guys, if you've liked this video, I would request you to press the subscription, press the bell notification, and, the ones who are passing through with Ketu times and with Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Rising, please write a comment and I will add on something to that which is of value for you. Also, please mention the placement of Ketu in the chart. Now, I've shared my number in the description. I've shared my email and address in the description. Anybody wants to, connect with me, who wants me to read their chart, who wants to go for a one-to-one, consultation, and they can connect with me on WhatsApp or email. So that's mostly what I wanted to share, guys. Thanks for your time. You have a great evening. Thank you.